First thing to do is to use a little screwdriver, pop the little tab here, and get inside the board. Get inside the housing, the old housing. And then, like Todd's doing here, just cut the old cover and then pull the wires through. And then use a screwdriver, Phillips head screwdriver, just to back the 4 screws out that hold it to the housing, the original board. Okay. So now you're gonna push the buttons through on the backside to get the board out so you don't pull on the wires and break the connections.
All right, you want to have 4 sets, or well, 2 sets of 4 wires. I'm using 20 gauge. These are going to run from the control board to the new little circuit board. There we go. Hey, to these guys. So you want 2 sets of 4 strands, 20 gauge wire. All right, I'm going to remove this LED here. It's not needed. Just going to hit the back side of the pins right back here. With the soldering gun, remove it. I'm actually going to reuse those holes to rerun the new little LED for the control board.
Kind of hard to film, actually. So right now, Todd's just removing the solder from the original LED light there, the red one from the boards, by melting it and just pulling it away, or working it away. There it goes.
All right, so we want to connect our, more or less the power control wire. We'll go to this top. There's 6 pins total, 3 on each side. The topmost on the right is going to be for the control, and the middle on the left side, that one's going to be for the common. And over here, the common all gets soldered in here. There's an extra one because there's a one for center that's not needed. Once we get this all together, these are actually all reversed as well on this older print.
So right now, Todd's just adding some solder to the original points to build them up so that you can attach the wire easier.
All right, this is the final product. You're going to have your choice of color wires. Go Packers. And just rinse and repeat. You got to do it over here, and over here. And once we get these done, we can show how it corresponds to the new board. All right, all wiring is done for the switch controls. We still have to do the power for the switch and the LED indicator light. But what I do is I like to tuck them down in between these relays so it sits kind of flush and flat. That way it's not going to catch anything or cause any issues while it's inside the dash. Okay, and then this is going to be for the toggle switch on-off. This is the power switch from the opposite side. We're going to do positive on the left upper, and we're going to do negative on the left middle. Positive, negative. Okay, with all the wires wired in, your positive and negative. I did add some shrink tubing to it just to keep it from possibly touching anything, you know, safety first. The LED light, it was fighting me, so I just soldered it to the back side, ran it all into a piece of shrink tubing, not yet shrunk, so that way I can figure out which line goes where, a little bit easier. And ran it all through, so we got our wiring for the LED light, wiring for the on-off switch, and then directionals. All right, next is going to be mounting the toggle switch to the circuit board. There is a gap difference between the pins. The center pin here is going to be closer to the bottom. If you match it up here, it's just going to go directly into the holes, just like that. And you can solder the back side. Okay, so the next step is going to be taking the lines corresponding to what position they are. This board is misprinted, but stick it through with enough room there, hit it with the heat and solder, end up looking like that one there. It's tight, it's connected, it's good. All right, final steps, just kind of tidy wires up. We got all the control wires and the common wires ran to the board. Got our positive and negative over here for the switch, and the little LED wired in as well. And with a flip of the switch, my jump pack is off. There we go. Okay.
With a flip of a switch, go for it.
And a flip of the switch, we're going to have power. Hooray! And with that, we got all 4 movements of direction.